crispy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Figures in Action. And first and foremost, Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. This is my first video of the year. So just wanted to throw out the Happy New Year, and I hope everyone had as best a year as possible, as these last 2 years have been a little crazy. And I hope everyone has an amazing year. Always keep in mind that we create our own realities, and despite what's happening around the world, we still have the ability to create our own happiness and to do good for others and do good for ourselves and so forth. So please, as difficult as it may be with everything that's happening in this world, keep that in mind. We have things like dioramas. So this diorama was I was contacted by someone who has gotten another diorama from before, and I believe what they got was an outdoor diorama. So they contacted me and they said, hey, listen, we want to do like an indoor warehouse type of deal, and wanted to know if I was interested in doing it. He has sent me a couple of pictures, real generic stuff. I think one of the in the picture, one of the walls was just a plain wall where there was no brick or anything major. So I just to kind of keep in that theme of what he was looking for, what he had in mind, I created that wall for it to be just kind of flat or whatever. I mean, it does have some details in the windows which I think look great, but in terms of the wall itself, just a couple cracks. So let's go through this real quick, through all the specs, and I'll kind of get into everything. And let's take out my homeboy Loki and gets to going. All right. So first and foremost, it is 20 inches long. It is 12 inches tall. It is 11 inches deep. It is fully magnetized, so all the walls come apart. I will show it at the end of the video. That particular door there is permanent. That one does come off. And let's discuss a little bit of the materials used here. So first and foremost, this is just the... Oh, Alexa's just interrupting me. So this is I've used this plenty of times before. That's the sewing mesh. So I took that, put it on the floors. I wanted it to kind of be like a grate type of stairs, you know, where they would have grip. So basically, hold on a second. Alexa, shh, quiet, please. Oh, bro, did I even say that? Her name? Swapped. So yeah, so anyway, so this is that. So what I did is, this can get tricky when you're gluing it, just because it's that plastic, that glossy finish. So what I did here is I not only glued it, but I put some, you know, those little nails that I have, I put those in there, and just, you know, painted them and what have you. Gave them a little bit of rust, a little bit of dirt and grime and so forth. This door is built from scratch, so this is just foam. And what I actually did, and you know, let me take the door out right now. So what I actually did is, with the Proxon, I've been trying to do different things. So one of the things that I'm doing these days is I'm making the door just skinnier. It's still that solid foam, and it's just not as thick, so that when it's in there, it's not a big bubble sticking out from the back, or just the back of the door. It's kind of sticking out. And this is balsa wood, outlining the door. And this is just that doorknob that I've used 100 times. I got it from Joann Fabrics. It's a fastener, I believe. It comes with this little, you can kind of, it has this little part in the back that you can unscrew off. So there's that door. And then the electricity box. So for the first time ever, I tried something a little different, where normally I just do the electricity boxes out of foam. What I did here is I used styrene. So I have a picture up on my Instagram, so you guys can go check that out. And it's kind of a before and after of what this looked like. And it was just pieces of styrene. I glued them together, spray painted them in an aluminum spray paint, then just took some wires and actually hollowed it out. So this was hollowed out, and then I kind of put a little part in the back. Again, just used the Proxon, made a little skinny piece of foam, just kind of slid it there, beat it up with a rock, painted it brown, and just kind of stabbed the wires into it. And this can open and close, but I just kind of liked how it kind of looked half open, half closed, with the wires sticking out. That's just do-it-yourself straw. This is just a piece that came out of... I'm always finding little pieces of just random stuff. And if it looks like something I can use, I'll hold it. So I'm not sure exactly where it came from, but the straw is plugged in here and is plugged in there. It's pegged in on both these sides. So this piece was just kind of freestanding piece. I thought it would look good, good. And then I just kind of put a little wire sticking out of that pipe. The door, same thing here. So this is a piece of styrene. The back is just skinny foam or project foam. This is skinny sticks, just painted. This is a corrugated cardboard. I still have some pieces of that. This is just basically sliced in. So this is just me slicing it in and then opening it up with a pencil. So it's not it's not anything that's built into it. It's just carved out. The signage, I ran out of aluminum tape. I need to go get some aluminum tape. And I actually went to a couple Home Depots and couldn't find the one I was looking for. So I may try Lowe's, but it's okay in this particular case because it is an indoor thing. They don't have to bend off the wall or anything. That's just more for an outside thing, just because there's more wear and tear on the outside of buildings. So all of these are just glued on, but it's printed paper. Now for the window treatment. Let me back up a little bit here. So what happens is, a lot of times I have to look for different items that can help me in my endeavors. So I was at a thrift store, and this was just a basket. So just imagine I had the bottom part. So this basket was 50 cents, and it was on sale for 25 cents. And what I did is I cut out the bottom there, and that became kind of the window treatment. So cut it out, fit it in, and then I put some I kind of colored some of the or I spray painted this, and then I colored some of the squares, diamonds, and then I put the vellum paper in the back so you don't get, you get kind of that cloudiness. So a lot of times, again, man, these dioramas, it's about being creative, man, for the most part. You have to kind of use your imagination. A lot of times there aren't going to be any particular pieces you're going to find super consistent for any one thing. So for a long time, I was finding those dryer kits where I was making all those dojos using kind of that piece. And that dried out. The store that had them wasn't selling them anymore. They weren't carrying them. So now you have to come up with different ideas on how you're going to create some windows. So the good thing is I still have some. I can use this somewhere. I can use this. I mean, it can come up for something else. I like how it's rounded there. So it can be something sci-fi-ish, although I don't do much in terms of sci-fi. But the point is that a lot of times you just have to kind of be creative and figure it out as you're going along. This was the same deal. I don't have the remnants here, but same deal. It was like a basket that I actually found at work that they were throwing away. It was a smaller basket, but the same deal. So I just cut it out and kind of treated it the same. What I did is the balsa wood that's here, it's custom cut into this piece so that the back window just kind of slides right in, so it doesn't come through, and it kind of gives it the border that I'm looking for. Similar here, and what I did here is I actually added a little more work here, and I actually put a frame right in the middle that I thought, in my opinion, came out really, really good. So yeah, man, this is and then in terms of, so what I did for, he wanted it to be abandoned, so the stains that I've been using are like these stains, in the pictures you'll see before and after. At the end of the video I'll put pictures where you'll see before and after. So you'll see that at one point the brick was just was pink, the pink board, cut out the bricks, filled in the spackling, and then painted it white. And then what I did is I stained it. And what I use for stain, and I've mentioned this a couple times, that little bucket back there with the yellow top, that's where I kind of use, that's what I use whenever I'm done using my airbrush gun. What I do is I use that to kind of clean it, to take water, to run water through the airbrush gun so that the paint doesn't doesn't become permanent and so forth. So that water, because the airbrush paint is alcohol based, I've had that water forever, and what I do is I just dip into it, and when I lay out lay it out on dials, that's the effect I get. I get kind of this murky looking type of stain, which is great. And if you let that dry and you can come back on top of the same stain with the same formula, it becomes a little bit darker. You can get some different different, just whatever you're looking for in terms of the look. The cracks I've done 100 times. In this particular case, what I did is like, so these cracks, I came in and I painted them in a light gray, because behind the painted green wall is just a cement wall. So if I was to start, hacking away at this wall, you're just gonna see fresh cement behind it. So I wanted to have that fresh cement, but just kind of dirty it a little bit as well, so that you can see some of that fresh cement, but you can also see that it's been dirtied just over the years of it just being abandoned, and no one really using this space. And I think that is pretty much it. Let me see if I forgot anything. No, and then for the I just wanted to put a little bit of dirt and grunge on the corners there. So there's actual dirt, just a little bit of dirt that I put in. I glued down, painted it brown, painted it black, just kind of put it into the corners there. And actually, it's funny because when I finished finished laying these down, there were still some gaps, and you can see that. So I came back with a kind of a black and a washed down black a little bit, and then kind of did the corner so that it looks complete. And I guess what we can do is we can just kind of take it apart. I don't do that all the time, but here's one wall. Here's two walls. And here's the back wall. So once everything is said and done, it flattens out and looks like this. So this is ready to ship. I actually finished this dial this past weekend. It is Thursday. This past weekend, just had not had time to sit down and do this particular YouTube recording. I already took pictures. I already posted a reel on Instagram, which is pretty cool. But this is being shipped away either today or tomorrow. Y'all, for the next one, and I'm out. Peace.